just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They go play action with Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll fire deep for Rager. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Tackled by Avonte Maddox. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts, flush to his right. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. John Hightower, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. DeAndre Carter returning it. And he returns this to the 22. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall,
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the return will stop right around the 25. And now the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. These two teams, they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On first down, Hurts toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. The Sanders has got it. Complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Carter now on the return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Heineke now. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up,
They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Here's Carter now on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Heineke. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I got you. 49.
Now Heineke. He's going deep for Brown. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Heineke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Give them a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Chase Young in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown. Jalen Reagor with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
A run here for J.D. McKissick. Yeah, brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And they'll try to throw now. Heineke. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. To throw is Heineke. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles and wild card spots up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt, they'll be.
Hurts fumbles it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Here's Hurts to throw. This will be taken in by Hightower. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Hurts throw complete to Rager. 7 yards, the pickup there. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Flushed out right. Open man has got it, the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hurts throw there taken in by Smith. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. They'll roll him out right. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Heineke on first down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They hand off to their big tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jay Sternberger in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll throw now on the final play. A quick throw into the hands of Rager. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Here's Carter now on the return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On 2nd and 9, Heineke. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Heineke. Dancing to his left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Eagles. There he goes right side. The 20, 10. And I think the ball's out. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On play action, Heineke. And that is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Heineke. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Eagles have recovered.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
They'll run with Sanders, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Sanders, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Washington 14,
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Carter now on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On second down, it's Gibson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing, Heineke. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
49, got it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
up a little bit.
Just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second down, back to Sanders.
How did he stay on his feet?
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. John Hightower, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Heineke. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by one more.
Washington 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And Washington able to get a score back. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 73 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It was Jonathan Bostic there on the stop. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Sanders. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's taken down inside the 30. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long, had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
47's the mic. Still heavy.
Another run with Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Slings this deep from McLaurin. He's got a man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point good by Hopkins as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Heineke. He's going to let it fly. They got his man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
And they take a knee. They set the goal beginning of the year. Hey, let's win 7 games.